go for
So,
it.
awesome. Thank you. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. We're missing out on Mike and Myra. I thought that they must have been traveling again. Anyway.
I saw them loading their car the other day.
Okay. So I'm going to get you started right away with you. We're going to do the physical loosening up and then we'll do the deep breathing, okay? So I always start with my left shoulder. There's no particular order, but just slowly and gently rotate your neck from the side, front to your other side, back, and again back to the starting side, and then rotate your necks back in the other opposite direction. Rotate your shoulders forward and don't just raise them. You're actually going to take your rotator cuffs and bring them back around. And then the other direction. Does it really help? You may not be conscious of it, but once you feel the loosening up, it really helps. And then the hands. So you can do what we did that other time. This is good for the wrists. Or just gently wake up your fingers. Then sit straight on your chair, but relax. I always put my palms up on my knees, and you're going to take 3 deep breaths on your own. And as you're doing that, please think of something that you are grateful for. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So Fridays are my favorite days because this is my self-care time. And by that, I mean, it's a pause in everything that you're doing the whole week just for yourself. You know, cares go away. This is my time. But the best part is I get to spend it with you guys too. So today's lesson is going to be a takeoff on what Peggy helped us build before. I'm going to share my screen. So you remember the Wayward Six that taught us? All right. And then I took the Wayward Six in another lesson and took it in a Zentangle inspired art direction. I did that with you. I did this before you. And the importance of what I'm trying to show you are all these little, I don't even know what you call them, but we often use those petals, if you will, when we do mukas.
True.
So these are strokes you're very, very accustomed to doing. Because today's lesson is about shading. We're going to do this.
Oh.
So if you're just working in black and white, or in this case, it's tan, we're going to do the tangle and then we're going to shade just with graphite. Or you can shade with graphite and color. Or you can just shade with color. And as you know, I'm really, I love, once I learned about shading and it made the tangle pop, I always pay attention to the shading. But we rarely have enough time during the class to do all the shading or all the coloring. So we're going to be creating our tango fairly quick this morning so that you have time to do the shading and or coloring in class. And I want you to know, because I always emphasize layer, 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 whether you're shading or coloring. I will leave my tile after we're done with class. I will walk by it. I'll walk by it again. And then maybe the third time I say, I think I need a little bit more here. So it takes me a while before I call it done, but I just want you to know what my process is, that you don't have to feel like just because the class has ended, that your work on the tile has ended. Now, Maria was very specific about picking the 3.5-inch tile size that we use. It is the size that you use to complete a tangle, a piece of work, within an hour. Okay. As you know, you can interrupt me at any time. All right, so
Are we using a 3.5-inch tile today?
I'm just about to explain. You may use a tile, a square tile, and I'm just showing you the options right now, and then I will get back to each of them specifically. So this is going to be a square tile, and I'm showing the string. If you're doing a round tile, this is going to be the string. Okay? So is anyone using a Zendala?
Yes.
Yes.
I started to.
Okay, no, I want you to have the freedom to do either, but the string starts out differently. But so for square tile, regardless of the color. Okay. All right. I know most of you are not newbies, and Mary Veronica, I don't consider you a newbie anymore. So, we do our corner dots, right? So these are people, this string is for people that are doing square tiles. Corner dots, draw your border, and here's your string. I'll wait till you get unless you want to just take a picture. So your string is very simple. You're going to draw a small circle in the center. And then from that center, you're going to pick a halfway mark from your border to that center. And then you're going to lightly draw in your string. So that's what the 1/2 here means, is halfway from your border to your center. It's not a big deal if you're more or less. And then divide it into 6 quadrants. For those using a Zendala, you're going to have a circle. Wait till yeah, okay. I had to wait for the camera to zoom in. You're going to draw a small circle. And then you're going to pick a third of the way. So this is a third, and a third. And again, you're going to draw 6 quadrants. Easy enough?
Yeah.
I'll give you time to start doing that.
Can you show the square one again, please? Thank you. So that's just one bigger. Okay.
Anani,
Yes.
did you have a circle around the outside rim of the Zendala?
There is not okay. Wait, let me show you why the partitions. Okay. For the square tile, I just have one tangle. So it takes up the whole square, the whole border. For the Zendala, I've added a second tangle.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
You like it, I don't know.
Fear not, we are going to do I'm going to do the step outs. Now, I don't know why, but this tangle fascinates me. And I know Peggy doesn't like it, the scrolled other one. It's not that she doesn't like it. It takes a while to get comfortable
They said
doing.
she can't do it.
Well, but I'm hoping today will change. So this is called a scrolled feather. But you see how it just draws out feathers. Same thing with this one. How you can just make it do your however you want it to flow. So anyway, that's why the circle has a third, a third, and a third, and the square only has a half. But you could introduce the second tangle on the square. You just don't have to do it as a border.
Right.
Again, I'm more focused on the shading and coloring than I am on the tangle. I just love the flow of this tangle. So are we ready for the step outs?
No,
Well, you can still continue your string even after I give you the step outs. So I'm guessing you're going to go to your scrap paper or your journal, step outs, okay? Right, normal tools, right? Just the normal tools, okay. Oops, okay. This tangle is really, really hard. You have to learn how to curve and close. So for some reason, when I go backwards, I don't have as nice closing as this. This is what you're going for, where it's more of a oval. This is more of a snakehead. And I don't know why
Is this fescue, Hanani?
this is a fescue, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I was just asking.
Well, we're starting off with a fescue-like.
Okay, fair enough.
So all of this is just getting you, just keep doing several backwards and forward. Just keep doing it. Just do a row of them. I want you to get a feel for how you're curving and then looping. And I'm going to put the black and white, or this one here.
Got it.
Okay. And that's why I want you to become comfortable. If I just show it to you on the tango, you can get disoriented. So that's why I'm deconstructing it. So you're comfortable doing the components.
Cool.
But and then the next step is to aura it. So we're going to come down. And aura. Try not to do it too thinly because you don't want to lose the line of this. And then you're going to create these flower-like pieces. So you're going to start up at the top, and it doesn't have to line up with here. It can just be anywhere where you come in and go to the point down here. And you'll see as you come in that you're continually coming in.
Is the first aura tethered? No.
No, it is not. Well, you know what? I think it ends up being a tethered. It doesn't start out as a tethered, but it may as well be one because it gets hidden eventually. So go ahead and make it a tethered. Sorry.
Okay.
But the importance of this is to start out tall and gradually bring it in. So, I didn't get myself here. Let me try this so that I can start off tall, come in, start off a little bit further in, and in, and in. So this is nothing that you haven't all done before. And so it should be familiar to you. Is that correct?
Mhm.
So that, here's the trick to getting here. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. This is your center. And you know how I had you make 6 quadrants, right? So along the quadrant, in between, so this is one quadrant, this is a second quadrant. So the first thing that happens is you end up putting these fescues, aurid fescues, around each of your 6 quadrants. And then you start to put in your, Peggy, what's a good word for this?
They're like leaves. They are. They're just
Put in,
it's
put your leaves in.
it's petals. You
Petals.
were right
Petals.
when you said petals.
Okay, so put in the petal. But notice how when it gets to the next aurid fescue, I have to come in. Now on this one, I actually went in to it. Oops, wait, can you see that?
Yeah,
There.
just up a
Yeah,
little. There
that's
you
it.
go.
Okay. Okay. So, and I should have probably done that to complete that.
Right. Right.
Okay, to close it. And then what you end up doing, so you don't have to follow this just yet. I want you to see the pattern and then you can try it, okay? So once you do this, which is no different than what we did right here, right?
Mhm.
Then you pick a point, depending upon how far under you came to the next aurid fescue. So in this case, I couldn't come here. I would have preferred to have started here deeper into it, but I couldn't because then I'd have to constantly go around the head. So I came into the second
Petal.
petal, and I did a funky, oops, sorry, red. We want the red. Focus on the red. So I come here and I go opposite direction. So this one came this way. This one's going to come opposite. And then
Oh.
the petals. But the petals can only come in so far. And then they're going hollow ball style.
I'm a
behind.
little confused. Do you do the petals underneath it first and then go up?
Hold on. So the second part, after you did the first aurid fescue, is this is the petals. Okay. Then when you draw the second fescue, the red one, you're going in the opposite direction. And the petals, when you start to bring it in, will then go behind this first set. If I were to do another one here, it would go behind.
I like the way you numbered it.
Mhm. That's
Yeah.
helpful.
Helpful. Yeah.
So once you do this, okay, you're not to be drawing yet.
Okay.
Got it.
I need you to see the pattern, because if you don't see the pattern, you will get confused.
I'm already confused.
Already confused, way past confused.
Follow the numbers.
Okay. Then you do, yes,
From the top of the first fescue, is this line on the top, is that the end of your tile? I don't know you've got a circle here. I'm saying,
this
does my
circle
fescue go to the circle?
represents, that circle represents what's inside. I'm sorry, the circle here.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm just constructing
No,
what's
not the little circle. You have a larger circle. Yeah,
this
this circle here.
Yeah, okay, so the fescue, the Ord fescue, I'm looking for my, oh, here.
It's too high up.
Guys,
Can't see
Move
it.
your slide
guys,
down. Move it
guys.
down.
Yeah. Yeah.
work with me. I'm trying to show you the pattern first. Then I will go with you on the tile to place the fescues.
I
Okay.
guess I don't know the distance between this outer circle and the end of your tile.
I understand that. I haven't shown you that yet. I don't want you to know that yet. Well, it's too, if you don't see the pattern, if you cannot see the pattern, it won't matter what the outer circle is.
Hmm.
So all this is showing you one fescue, the second fescue, and the third fescue. And then its corresponding petals.
Oh.
That's all this is doing,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because here's what's happening is you're creating like a heart-like area here. Do you see that? Between
Mhm.
the, and then eventually you're going to do this.
Got it.
But between this quadrant and this other quadrant, oops, that's what I'm trying to get you to see.
Okay.
That's what's there in between the quadrants. So the top two kind of hug each other. And this one is kind of a wonky one. It hugged it too close. This one is much better. And that's what you're going to start to create. I'm going to go along with you as we do it, but I wanted you to see the relationship.
Okay.
And then there's that. So we also try to reinforce Zentangle enhancements, auras, line weight. So in here, after we've done the petals, we are going to go back in and create some line weight. And that's what you see the darker here.
Okay.
I think once you get it going, it'll make more sense. So I'm going to start on this tile first, and then I'm going to go to the other Zendala. But in effect, Zendala people, you see this tangle, or a string, excuse me. Maybe this one.
We're good.
Both. both strings are the same, whether you're on a Zendala or if you're on a square tile.
Mhm.
So you could actually start with me now. And maybe I'll do the Zendala one because it's a little bit harder. So this is what, all right. Are we ready, guys?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you still need to do your string, go right ahead. Just, I need to know who needs more time. If we're ready,
I'm not ready.
okay.
Almost.
There's supposed to be 6 blocks.
6. Yeah. Now, guys, if you end up with 5, just because you kind of lose your sight, it's no biggie. If you end up with 7, it's no biggie. 8 makes it really tough to fit everything in. In fact, the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6. This is a 5. It started out trying to be a 6. It ended up being a 5. That's what I'm saying. You know, just you can,
Worry.
and this is a 6.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I
Me
think my
too.
string is drawn anyway. I don't know if you're ready.
Okay. So I want my first fescue here. So I'm going to start the quadrant down by the circle. And I am going to create that first fescue.
Oh, there was a circle in the middle.
Oh, yes.
Yes, there's a circle in the middle.
Ah,
But no. So Joanne, if you don't have one, you just don't make one.
okay. I'll make a little one. I think my proportions are going to be different, that's all.
And then I do the same so turn your tile. I do the same where I want it to go there, but I'm going to start lower here on this quadrant and go around. And you just keep continuing. So that ended up being a little tinier, but so be it. The nice thing though is I know I'm going to aura this one. So I can make it a little bit bigger. That might have been too big. And the reason why I start lower is it helps me with the curve.
Yes.
Now, some of mine are right at the border, some just went over. It is what it is. If you're comfortable, you can proceed with adding the petals. I'm going to start off here.
Aura first.
Oops, thank you. Aura first.
It's all right.
It takes a village. So Joanne, you're right. I'm bringing it back to the circle, so it ends up being tethered.
Okay.
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, a tethered aura comes together at the end versus an aura that just ends with a width. Now, for those of you working with a square, your fescues might be slightly larger than those of us that are doing a Zandala. But you are still basically doing the same thing. The string is still a circle. Now, if you're comfortable, after you have aura'd the fescue, then you can start to put in your petals. Start tall, come in at the point, and continue to build. Now I'm very mindful of my next fescue, so I want to come in and come in. Turn your tile and continue to do that all around. And you turn your tile whether you're working square or with a Zandala. I find this part very soothing.
I find it hard to fit the petals in. with
get
the fescue.
Wait, say that again, dear?
I find it hard to fit the petals in with the other fescue. I'm starting too tall, I think.
And you may not get the same number of petals as you go around. It all depends on how you curved the fescues.
Oh, no. Yeah, I made mine too tall. Life goes on.
You can't, it can't be too tall. Once it all comes together, you won't notice.
It's not too tall, it's your tall.
I used to be tall.
There you go.
Okay. I'm going to start the red fescue. Note, these two original lower fescues, the red is ends up almost in between. So what I did is I notched a little marker around that's midway. But for the Zandala people, don't go to that border. That's the outer rim for the green fescue. So you just want to come inside. So I'm going to start from here. And I'm going to come up, curve.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's in between these two. And aura. And you go around doing that as well, and then come back in and fill in your petals, okay? Now, some are going to be easier, like this one is harder because it's buried underneath this head. So I'm,
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Your halaba?
actually, that's probably a better idea, yeah.
Goes the opposite way.
Yep, offset. And you're always going to want to put your petals in before you go to the next layer. Like,
Mhm.
we're going to finish the red layer first before we go to the green layer, okay?
Okay.
Could you move it up a little bit?
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Honey, is this the same for the square tile? It is, isn't it, this step?
It is. Just
Okay, thanks.
for, um, it is. It's actually a round in a square.
Got it.
No, you go
It
back,
is-
well,
You do end up going outside of your square borders
Yeah,
sometimes.
sure, yeah. Okay, I
There was
got it.
another question?
yeah, I do. Okay. I went in between those two petals, came up and made the fescue the opposite way. Now, where do I put the petals?
Always on the head. So in this case, I don't have much space because of how it's tilted. In this case, I have more space. And you just keep going so that it's all nestled together.
You do 3 petals each time?
However many you can fit in, depending upon the angle. Like that one was pretty severe. Let me see how many I get on this one. Looks like 3 again. I'm not going for a specific number. I'm just trying to fill it in. Oops. In this case, I got 4 kind of with the hollow ball. You know, it's interesting. Hillary always told us that some people do better with pushing versus pulling. And that's why my auras and or my fescue heads are different. No.
Mhm.
And as you're putting your petals, they continually get shorter.
My fescue heads keep getting bigger.
Yes.
That can happen. But when you pull it all together and you start shading and or coloring, all of that goes by the wayside. Have faith, ladies.
Okay.
So this is a case where I ended up putting 4 just because I had more room. So that's my second layer.
Slow down a little bit.
I'm happy to wait.
Nani, tell me the name of this tangle again.
I did not give you the name?
Oh,
There isn't one.
okay. Well, I didn't miss it then.
No, dear.
It's very pretty.
I was trying to find the name for it.
Oh,
You know, sometimes Zentangle inspired art, you're putting together components.
ah,
And so this is ZIA today.
oh, okay.
Now, for those that, I will wait for anyone that needs me to, but I'm going to get the other people started on the next one. Okay, so remember the pattern I showed you earlier, the relationship of your last fescue to your second fescue. Okay, kind of drawing a heart. So now the head's going to go the opposite direction, does not necessarily touch the red, okay, but is in close proximity. Got it?
Okay.
So sometimes to do that, so this one I'm going to try, and now I'm going out to my border. And here again, let's see how many petals I get. Should be more. 1, 2, 3. I kind of squeezed in 5.
Wow.
Do whatever you're most comfortable. But you see how between this fescue and this fescue, the quadrants, this now is a heart kind of in between, right? Now, I'm not coloring these in very well, but I just wanted you to note the pattern.
Should we color those in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you decide if you're going to do it in black. I did mine all in black for every one I did, I colored it in black, but you can decide to leave it open or leave a little white sparkle or go back in and use a gel pen to create a sparkle. And I did the black because it helped me to visualize what I was doing.
Okay, when I'm doing the petals on this last one that you drew,
Mhm.
they're not reaching the other petals like yours does.
Mine either.
That's okay. I mean, if you're not making them long enough to reach, that's all right.
Right, okay.
So can you fill in with more petals?
I don't know how to answer that question because I don't
Okay.
know where you're putting the petals.
Okay.
So for example, right here, right, I kind of just assumed there was behind, but I
Oh.
didn't put another one. I'm leaving that space blank.
Okay.
So I'm not attempting to put something into every space, but I don't want a whole lot of space because when you color and or shade, it matters. Okay. So now I'm going to attempt my second one where I come up and I go over. See how many I get here. 2. So because of Halaba, I can go behind. So I got 4 on that one. Come on. I only got 4 on that one.
Hmm.
Got 5 on that one.
Good one.
I really enjoy the process of putting in those petals. But even the curvature of the fescues, it's very soothing. Then I'm going to go back in and color my fescue heads. And for me, it's a visual thing. That's why I need to do that. And I'd rather go back in with a gel pen if I want to later to show a highlight.
Mm. Mm.
The pattern also starts to become clearer. I also like to color these in because in Zentango, when you have contrast or drama, it provides more interest. You guys doing okay?
Define okay.
I think.
Are you
Yeah.
having,
No, I'm just teasing, yes.
the
This is-
definition is, are you having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Then you're doing okay.
Relax your shoulders. And
Oh, good point.
relax the hold on your pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, if you can do that periodically without being told, your experience will be so much better. Well, it is for me anyway. Because I also tighten up. And part of it is eyesight, you know, having to look closer. Okay, I'm going to have you look up, please.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you what happens in between the hearts. So you're going to start from the top of the third fescue, which was your green one, right?
Mhm.
And we're going to start here, make a little curve and come down to the second one. And you're going to accentuate that curve as you come down. So you see how it doesn't really matter how you filled in, it ends up being filled in. And then the last thing you do is line weight on your petals. So line weight is nothing more than either just retracing to get it thicker, and it can be thick or thin, it's your choice. Oftentimes when you're dealing with petals, there's like a triangle that you create between the next petal to accentuate that curve. So you don't necessarily have to line each edge of the petal, but you could if that's what you want to do. Now, when you end up inking and or line weighting, and then you color, you may need to go back over that after you color, because the soft wax or the soft core of the colored pencils will take over or diminish the look of your black lines. It's a choice. You don't have to go back over, but it's not unusual to go back over with your black ink.
That's all you take the pen.
Say again?
Sorry about that. No, it was just me. I was mumbling. Don't worry.
Don't forget to turn your tile. The line weight also helps to define what's in the front and what's behind.
Okay.
So Joanne, the reason why I have a center is, you know me and gemstones, but it doesn't have to be one. That's
Thank you.
And if you're working on a white tile, I really like this composition because there's such great contrast. And then you don't have to do anything but just shade. But I was experimenting with just shading. And then what would happen if I added color? If you add shading or graphite for shading and then color, you have to think it through. Why are you using graphite if you're using color? And the answer, the quick answer is graphite can give you that subtleness that color may not be able to unless you layer, 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 layer. And then after a while, you work away the tooth of the paper.
Yes.
Now, you can also use, and you'll see the colored tile that I just used, I did not use graphite on it, is a couple of times I was able to layer to get the difference in the darker versus the lighter shade. But in some instances, I had to pick another darker color to achieve the same thing. So my Zendala is completed.
Beautiful.
I'm sure yours is too. I'm going to color this because it's white and I can, but I'm going to first shade this one.
Yes. Okay.
Now, you know, a lot of people comment, couldn't you afford to get a longer pencil? But it's intended to be held in the palm of your hand. So on the side. And while you're continuing to, oops, to do your composition, I want to go over shading. So when we shade, we create dimension, but you don't just lay a dark line and then try to fan it out. You start that way, but then you may have to go back in, depending upon the size of your shade, right? Mostly in Zentangle, our real estate is very tiny. But you want to still take layer after layer after layer. So, and
Yeah.
the prime places that you shade is where lines converge. So I'm going to lay down some, now I'm not doing color on this, I'm just doing shading. So this is going to come down. And then anything that's behind. So this is behind the fescue head. So I'm laying down some graphite there. And this fescue head, so I'm laying some graphite there. Yeah. Can you tell me the one thing?
Excuse me, Hanani, if you're doing it in color, would you use color to do the shading? Like you, as you are in the,
Hold on. I will get to that on the next tile
Okay.
when I do the color.
Mhm.
So this is just for those that are just shading. I'll go through this quickly and then get to the color. But I want you to know what's other than the shortness of this pencil, what else do you notice?
Very sharp.
Thank you. Bingo. Star.
I lost my sharpener.
So you lay graphite wherever there's an opportunity to define what's in front and what's behind and lines that converge. And even in between the petals. And that's why it's even more important that you have a sharp pencil. Now my tortillon is a little on the fat side, so I'm going to do that trick with the paper clip.
Mhm.
Mary, I think you were the one that wanted to know this.
Yep.
So put it in the tip. And do you see how it's now elongating a little bit? And that's how I'm getting my tip back. Now, the other thing, because I've used this tortillon already, is sometimes you get too much graphite residual and you can just use a file to take it off.
Oh,
Now, two things. On this, I got too close to that aura. So I'm coming out. I'm using this eraser to redefine it.
Yeah.
It's harder to do with color, but when you're doing just graphite, it's a lot easier.
Could
And
you
then
bring
secondly,
the file down just a little bit? I can't,
Sure.
yeah, thanks.
and then secondly, I don't like that as there isn't enough contrast. So I'm going to go back in closer to the center and lay more graphite down. And this is what what I mean when I say layer, layer, layer. But it's all to your liking. If you're fine with not being as deep, call it a day. Now, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but because you guys already know how to do the shading. But this one works just by itself. And you always want to fan out your shading. You don't want to leave a specific border or outline. Yeah. I probably would go in just a little bit more, but again, be careful. You start working the tooth of the paper, and once you lose it, all you're going to get is a shiny graphite result.
Okay.
So Gwen.
Yeah.
Color. Show
Yeah.
you the difference. On this one, I use graphite just around. Remember you asked me the question, do I use color to go around the fescues? In this case, I used graphite. In this case, I use color, but it's not as fine, you know. Now I probably could have worked it better.
Could I look at the last one again? What's the comparison? Okay.
Wait, let me see if I can.
Yeah.
So you'll see graphite here, you know, in the most obvious places, but
Mhm.
much lighter than I did with this, right?
Yeah.
Want the color to come through. But it is, so again, Haunani's going to emphasize layer, layer, layer. You're going to see me color this really, really quick. And we have 20 minutes left. So I'm going to show you how I get this. Right. I'm going to start first with, which one? This one. See how light I'm applying it?
Yeah.
And part of it is I'm trying to define my palette. I already use this palette, so I already know it's okay, but I'm trying to layer it down. I'm also defining that area that will have this color. Okay, so that's the inner layer. I didn't go all the way down yet. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what's going to go there. And then I want to define this one, the second layer.
So you do color the whole petal very lightly.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, you often will hear, oops, okay. You often will hear me say real estate. What I mean by that is this is a tiny, tiny petal. This, not so much. So you got to be careful. Turn your tile, by the way, so you're coloring the right one. So this way you can see it really doesn't take that long to color. It takes longer to pick your palette, I think, than it takes to color.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go back in with more layers of the same colors. Let's see, think of this. No, not that. Here's my mulch here. So, yeah. Now I got distracted when I was talking to Gwen, so I colored this the different one, but I'm just going to go back over because you can always blend colors. And that's part of the shading of working with colors. Now, some people like a more pastel palette. So in that case, you're really going to be careful about laying down your layers. If you look for a deeper intensity, you're going to add many more layers, and then you're going to start to burnish it. And burnishing means nothing more than erasing the tooth of the paper. When you do that, then all the pigment goes into the paper and it intensifies. Let's see. Okay. So if you'll look here, this is what I mean. You lay down some color and you keep layering more and more. And if you burnish it, it gets even deeper.
Okay, Hanani, you're actually removing some of the tooth of the paper.
When you burnish,
Uh-huh.
create the intensity. Let me, do I have?
Okay,
Okay, here's an example.
that's a beautiful piece.
So this was
It is.
part of our colors pencils. You see these started out as this.
Oh,
Mhm.
So this was light,
uh-huh,
then I layered more.
uh-huh.
But if I take this burnishing tool and I start to work it, you
Oh,
see the
yeah.
intensity? And there's no color on this.
Where do you buy that? At the Centangle store?
Amazon.
And it's called a burnishing tool?
Colorless.
Colorless. Mhm.
Okay, well,
But you could also, I'm not sure if that'll work this time. You could also use your white graphite or white coloring tool to achieve burnishing as well. Oops. It doesn't necessarily intensify because you're putting white on it,
Yeah.
but it still gets you more than this.
I just bought one and I like it a lot.
Play around with it, you know?
is it BER, burnishing?
BURNISH is the name of the technique. The name of the pencil is colorless.
Okay.
Okay, so I wanted to add some brightness because these are all kind of looking alike. So I went with some kind of yellow here, but I knew I would need to go back in and get something a little darker. Because yellow is hard to shade.
Yeah.
And so I did the orange to complement that. Okay, so this is my base layer. Now you can continue working. I'm going to continue working on this. And I'm literally just layering more color. Now this one I'm going to do without graphite. I'm going to try and do this one just with the pencil because this example was graphite and pencil. And you're welcome to do either one that makes you comfortable. I'm not taking time to do the feather scrolled feather, because I want you to focus more on the composition and shading and coloring.
Are you feeling okay? Enjoy. I've already written it. I just need a stamp.
I will also be sharpening my colored pencils throughout because I'm trying to get finer lines. And you can't do that with a stunted pencil point. I also don't mind leaving a little bit of white. I think it adds some interest. Oops. Yeah, that worked. in another minute, we're gonna wrap up. Guys are so quiet.
Focused.
Good.
Except for my squeaky chair.
Okay. Peggy, could you help with the sharing? But let me just finish up here. What you didn't realize what I did, but I hope you can see this red.
Yes.
There isn't any red here, but I'm trying to differentiate the gemstone from the rest. You can do that with the black ink. Now, I haven't burnished it yet, but I'm trying to pull in the other colors, but eventually I'll do that. And then you can see how I was able to get either more layers to get darker colors. And then you just got to decide, is this the right value or do you want it more intense? Like this one is much softer, but that's partly because I layered the graphite. And this one is, it's partly because it's tan, but this one still is a little bit deeper. And I used the white gel pen to re-emphasize my fescues.
Yes.
And I put in a Printemps with the white graphite
Oh, yeah.
and then just finished off with dots, circles, and a color. And you could do that too for the circle one. And I apologize, I ran out of time to teach you the scrowed feather, but Peggy's not sad about that. I'll do this another time.
I didn't say that.
Oh, no, I'm just funning with you, dear. And you can choose to do any kind of border, therefore, for your Zendala. Okay, time to show.
Okay, stop sharing.
Oops, yeah.
There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna go in the order on my screen. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Fine.
All right, Miss Gwen, are you willing to show?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Okay.
Yep. I've got to put another color in there yet, but
Oh, cool.
Beautiful.
a little green and a little blue. But I
Yes.
need to get some orange maybe in there somewhere.
You'll figure it out. Color palettes are the most difficult thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Okay. How Nani, we've seen yours, or do you want to, I think we got you.
Yeah, you got me.
All right, Anne, sorry, I'm just going in, trying to go in order. But
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
nice,
Yes.
very cool.
Yes. Oh, my
This was
Love it.
just such fun.
Oh,
And I'm only just starting the
shading,
shading part
yeah.
of it.
right.
But wow, it's like, whew, I did
Cool.
that.
You did that. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Janet.
Okay.
Janet.
I ran out of room.
I
think I sh-
Janet, look at
yeah.
that. Look how soft.
Oh,
Oh,
beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Love it.
amazing.
I really came to the edges, so there's no border.
No, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Well, okay, doesn't matter.
This is yours.
Awesome.
Wow.
All righty, and I have a heck of a time here. Joanne, are you ready?
Sure.
Joanne Spotlight. I'm
You
using my
forgot one.
iPad, so I'm slower.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
That's so pretty.
Awesome.
Look at
wow.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That is,
That's awesome.
Yes, it is awesome.
Thank you. Got to work on the shading, but
I like the
But you
round.
still know how to do the shading, right? So you're good. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
large enough. Your center is
you.
large enough for a gemstone. Just saying.
Okay, Linda. Linda.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Goodness.
That's
Lovely.
lovely.
How she's the shading on your outer leaves, amazing.
It really has
Yeah.
depth.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Yes.
thank you.
Ooh.
Mary, let's see, Mary H.
I am a newbie, so I ended up mostly watching today.
I'm sorry.
All right,
Uh,
that's fine with
That's
us.
okay.
Okay, and then Mary Veronica. Mary Spotlight.
Look at that.
Oh, my.
Nice. Nice
Yeah.
color.
Pretty.
I love the color.
Colors are
This
beautiful.
has been fun today, yeah. Well, fun every day, but
Yes.
It was fun. It was very nice,
Yeah.
very soothing, as well as Linda. Susan, I'm sorry, Susan. I hate doing this on my iPad. I'm not going to do this again. Okay, no, it's my fault.
Oh, pretty.
Okay.
Oh, you got that.
Ooh,
Want to layer a lot
Gorgeous.
more.
Wow.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you.
Susan. Okay, now I'm back. Mimi. I'm getting it now that I'm almost done.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Really
Ooh.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Am I moving or is this moving?
No, it's good. It's good. We got it. That's
There.
perfect. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I like
Thank
your
you.
border too.
Thank you.
Remove spotlight. Okay, my other Susan. You're muted, sweetie. There you
Okay.
go.
Susan Schessler. Oh my word.
Wow.
Oh, I can't.
Looks good.
I had to admit
Closer to the
I had
camera a
to
little
admit,
bit.
because the biggest thing was that I had all my fescues going in the same direction, and that does not work.
Ah,
So
no.
Put
I'll
it
trust
close,
you on that.
Susan,
Make a heart.
put it closer to the camera.
pardon?
Okay.
Is that
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay? It's getting there. It's
Oh,
gonna be a
yeah.
lot of fun finishing it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Good.
Cool.
But
Good, Susan.
question about last week's.
Yes.
Sure.
I finished this one.
Oh, neat.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wondering, do I need to put graphite shading anywhere?
Not for this.
Not
I
for
think
this?
it's up to
That would be
you.
my.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Just leave it, Peg and Kanani and everybody?
Egg, that was
I
your
would-
class.
I would shade around the shapes to give the shapes more distinction. So the shapes pop up
Yeah.
and, the curvy shapes,
Yeah,
half
on the
moons,
top,
whatever you
yeah.
want to call them, crescent
On the
moons.
top-
But I
top-
would either shade it in the color, Susan, or in graphite, whatever flicks your bit.
Okay, on the top side or the bottom side of the curve?
I would shade on both sides because in
Okay.
essence, what you're doing is everything in the background is behind the shape. So you're trying to make the shape kind of lift up.
Okay, I'll try it. Thank you.
Sure.
I finished mine too. It took forever.
All right,
Last
hold
week.
on, Mimi. Let me Let me spotlight you. There you go.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
No
All
wonder it took
right.
forever. Oh
Well, I
my.
don't know. I haven't done much shading, but
You
I
did
will.
like all three.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I did another one last week too, but I'd like to ask you where to put the shading in.
All right, hang on, because we never had time to get to shading. Let me just
Yeah.
Peggy, we
Spotlight.
didn't forget that we didn't see yours yet.
Totally different one than I did in class.
I won't forget. I'll show you mine. Okay, Gwen, go ahead. Let me spotlight you.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
See, and I would do the same thing because I think when you do Polygon, I think you're trying to have those shapes lift up. I would shade around them. That would be my
Okay.
deal.
Great, thanks.
For what it's worth. I mean, I'm sure people have opinions, but
No, I think that's always a good rule of thumb to separate your background from your tangle. And that's one of the ways.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then here's mine. Okay, so I went rogue.
wow.
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So
Oh, nice.
I first of all I used a bigger
I
square.
like the different version of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just used
I like
used
the
tipple.
orbs and
I love the
orbs.
shape of your petals, Peggy. They're beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
I
fest,
found this, Hanani, I found this very zen.
I
Yeah.
did for me.
Doing the petals was very zen for me. I really enjoyed it.
But
And-
hold up your tile. So if you're not going to do color, but you see the additional lines she added?
yeah, that's why I
Yeah, I
added them.
like those lines,
Yeah.
yes.
It really helps to accentuate.
I'm just not
Yes.
done.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but
it's flux, that's.
yeah.
flux,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Comes
it's
the
like
flux.
flux. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well, the accent is the same accent we use in flux. The
Yeah.
enhancement is the same one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay.
So on last week's lesson,
Yes.
I have a question because I started shading the tangles that I made.
Okay.
And I don't know if I need to do that on all of them. I know I need a background on.
Do you want to show us?
Oh.
Yep.
Where I got confused was this perk.
Yeah.
Because I started shading it and I'm not that crazy about it. You know, like shading each of the orbs.
Right.
I don't know that it adds anything.
Yeah, it does. It does, Joanne. I think it looks great.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
The little shading in the orbs is very, very meaningful.
Yeah.
I agree with
Okay,
Gwen.
I'll finish. Yeah, I want to do.
I think since you've got really detailed tangles in each of the crescent moon shapes, I'd go for shading the tangles rather
Okay.
than focus on shading the shapes.
All right. And I want to do.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, because you've got, like, for instance, your Marisu should be shaded as a Marisu, right? So that
Yeah.
it looks like a spiral. And you don't want to take away from that shading by shading around the crescent shape. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
if you're going, because you've gone with really detailed tangles in each shape, I'd go for shading the tangles.
Okay. And I want to do something open in the background. If I hadn't used floors in one, you know, if I hadn't already used floors,
Yeah.
I would have. But I think some kind of a crosshatch pattern in the background because,
Right.
yeah, it just.
You know, Joanne, if you do that, you can also do that with a gray pen
Yeah.
instead of a black pen.
Oh.
And then once you've done that, if you're going to do a background, I would shade around the outside of the Polygon. You know what I mean?
Just around the outside.
Just not inside each of the crescents, but around the outside, so it distinguishes it from the background.
Okay. Would you like make a circle around or just outline the tips?
I wouldn't.
I'm seeing color in your spiral for the back.
Well, that's a whole different issue. Yeah. Because I don't see color. I see a really nice black and white design, but
Yeah.
so you'd have to talk to Hanani about that one.
No, just in the spiral to offset the black and white, to bring the black and white forward.
I see. So
Because
she would
more
shade
shading-
what you're saying is you'd shade the entire thing in color.
No, I would
The
do
spiral.
just the spiral, and at the tips make it a little bit dark. So it brings out, because part of, I agree with Peggy, shade the tangle itself, the crescent itself.
Yeah.
Now, how do you differentiate from your background? Shading or color. But I wouldn't color all the background.
Right.
I
Okay.
would give you a
Okay.
spiral. But
Just
I
the
get the
spiral.
fact that black and white is so pure, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Joanne, what kind of tile is that?
It's just a regular Zentangle tile.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I hold it close to the camera so it looks humongous.
Oh, okay,
But it's a tan tile. It's not a white tile.
okay.
I like the black on the tan sometimes.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Well then,
Thank you.
excuse me, since you're doing tan, the white graphite or the white
Yeah.
color
Exactly.
shows up really well on the tan. So you
It
could
does
do a
indeed.
spiral with
Yep.
the white chalk.
So
Yep.
just, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because you're
that
using a tan
really
tile.
brings-
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you
And
did,
show us again next week. After,
Okay, I have a lot of shading to
we're all
do.
learning, right?
We are, and there's no right answer because people can do it a number of different ways and they all look good.
Yeah.
And Mary H, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you were part of today's class. I knew you were last week. So if I had known, and it's my bad that I didn't, I would have started off with the tangles in a different way to make sure that you were along with us. I'm so sorry.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, I learned a lot, but I'm going to be looking forward to the video.
Good.
We'll have it.
Fair
We
enough.
will have it.
Fair enough. Peggy, can we
All right.
see what you did in your class and then we'll end the class today?
Sure. You mean my class of yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have to go get Vera to her hearing appointment. That's my
Oh,
yesterday class.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
that's
fun.
interesting.
Yeah, it was
That's-
really fun. It was
That's
really
cool.
fun.
Huh.
And then this is the one the day before, the week before.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, neat.
Nice.
Yeah, I learned too, shading.
No
Did
class?
you show us today's?
Did I? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I just felt drawn to tipple. You know me and my tipple. I just called
That
to me.
really
I
adds
love
a
it.
lot.
So no class next week,
Right?
as Peggy and I are playing together.
Because we're on vacation.
All right.
Good for you.
Peggy will come back with the next class.
Right. I'm gonna do those first 3 Fridays in August. Well, Miss Hanani is off in Hawaii. I am thinking that we might do something that's a series. Do you know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
we start working on something and then we continue to work on it for the next, at least for 2 weeks. Are you guys up for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I haven't figured it out yet, so don't hold me to that, but that's what I'm thinking.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Greatly
Oh.
appreciate it.
well,
Thank you.
It was
Thank you.
wonderful.
This was
It
great.
Great.
Thank you.
Good class.
Fun.
Yeah.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.